Hey everybody. I don't know if you can hear me or not. Hi everyone. I'm Jules Dodd and this is allegedly innocent. It is January the 7th, 2023, and have I got something freaky to show you? All right, let me get to my spot. Hey, just a sub, Team Doocy Doo 222. Hi there, AJ. Welcome, Moonlight View. Cat H, and I can see you. Okay, because I have a talent for stumbling upon information that seems to upset people, we're just going to do this. Okay? Trolls, very concrete, kind of logical, rational thinkers, this is not the show for you. I'm just giving you warning up front. Okay? This is wild speculation on steroids. You know what I mean? But it's interesting. It's interesting. I have a hard time passing up interesting, especially when it's my day off and I'm just, just relaxing and living my best life. We're doing this, AJ. We're totally doing this. I'm warning you guys, though. Yeah, buckle up, Moonlight. You guys put your seatbelts on. Get ready for anything. I have the butterfly, image up there for a reason. We're moving into MK Ultra territory here with Brian Kohberger. All I got to say is, hold on 1 minute. All right, sorry. We hit Barry behind bars. What? What'd you say? He's a pretty walker. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so Piddlin' Bill came in. He's helping us. Barry behind bars. The minute I start talking, Barry behind bars starts squawking. You know what I mean? So he can be a bit annoying. He doesn't do that with anybody else. If I start talking, he just goes crazy. So now Barry has been moved, into another room. So hopefully that will help. All right, so back to my introduction, Blueberry Beret. We're entering into MK Ultra territory. This is kind of crazy. By my own admission up front, I'm telling you guys, I'm giving you fair warning. If this is not the kind of thing you like, then you got to go. You don't want to watch this. It's just going to upset you. And after we do this, then I'm probably going to move it over into members live because, the majority of the true crime community doesn't want to see this type of content. I know that. And so I want to be respectful of that. So again, I'm giving you fair warning. If you don't like this kind of fringe, hyper speculation, curiosities, unusual coincidences, if you don't like it, don't watch this because it's going to make your head pop off your shoulders. I promise. Okay? All right. Tootie says, I'm all in. I'm a watching. All right. So if you guys want to see this, put a 1. I don't want to do this unless somebody says, no, Jules, I want to see it. I want to see it. Hey, Critters, how are you? Critters, I'm trying to warn everybody. So nobody can like attack me and get upset with me. And I'm just telling y'all, this is not for your average true crime viewer. You know what I mean? The people that love Scott Reich and Peter Tragos, Emily, they're not really gonna like this, okay? Because it's just goofy. LB is nervous. LB's like, okay, do I really want to see it? I'm not sure. Okay. All right, .com, welcome. Good to have you. I love Barry behind bars. You too, Jules. Always watch it. Yeah, so Barry had to go into another room because he's squawky. Yeah, if I start talking, he starts going, wah, 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 wah. All right, so let's look at what I've got. So I'm going to start by putting up my thumbnail, or what will be my thumbnail. And then you guys are going to gasp. I wish that I could hear. I wish that I could hear you gasp when you see it. Now, you look at that and you're like, I don't really see it. It's not really that shocking, correct? So let's do this. Let's go into my my software. Oh, is it not going to show it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Share. Okay, let me make sure y'all can see that. Okay, you can see it. All right. You know, Jules, you know there's no such thing as coincidence. Yeah, that's what I hear, Charmaine. Yeah. Okay, so I actually earlier read an article that, to me, AJ, when I put this together, on top of every, the face measurements being nearly perfect, I thought, gosh, he looks a bit like Timothy Hutton. I don't mean that he is Timothy Hutton. I'm just saying whenever you try to put two half pictures together, even your own face, if you take your own face and you show one half of it and the other half of it, it's very often quite different, right? This is very strange, isn't it? It is very strange. Please, haters, please don't say that I'm trying to say they're the same people. No. That is not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying, so I was getting ready to do a lot. Well, I've been putting together a live to do. And so after I get my live together, then I go into Canva and I make my my thumbnail. So then I can have it as a backdrop as I'm talking about whatever my topic is, correct? And so I wanted to do a black and white, and then I'm just going to highlight the color red, or maybe blue. I hadn't decided. But anyway, so because I had these two pictures and the woman, what's her name? I'm drawing a blank. That killed her children. What's her name? Y'all help me. I'm having a tip of the tongue phenomenon. Andrea Yates. And I had Andrea Yates' picture up. And so she was the first picture that I put, that I deleted. It was the center, and I deleted it. And it was something, it just was odd for a minute. I thought, gosh, they look so much alike. I thought I was just seeing the eyes being similar, right? That the psychosis type, psychopath eyes. And that's what I just assumed it was. But then when I took that picture of Andrea Yates down, then my jaw hit the ground, and I thought, wow, like they have the same nose. the corners of their mouth are at the same exact space. The little dip in the chin is at the same space. The chin is a different shape. And so then I started playing with it and, got the measurements proper. And look at this. Look at where the eyes shut. Look at where the retina is. The retina is perfect. Look at the retina. It's weird. Look at that retina. Look at the orbital sockets. I don't understand. Will someone explain that to me? Look at the dip in his chin. It's exactly where it's supposed to be. Look at that. It's exactly where it's supposed to be. I don't understand. I don't understand. What about the Adam's apple? Adam's apples are supposed to be. Whoa. Oh. How? How? How is that possible? I don't understand, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna make this opaque. Damn, that's so weird. Okay, is it weird to y'all? I know, Pam. I did exactly the same thing. Doctor, if they were both premises, then very common to have a toaster head. You got to come up, Dr. Latina. You don't have to come on. You can turn your camera off, but I want to hear this explanation because it seems I don't know. It's so strange. And this is one of those things that when I noticed it and I thought, if I go live and I talk about this, people are going to get mad at me, right? But can we, I mean, I don't know why it matches like that. I don't understand why it's like that. I just know what I can see, right? So the length of the nose is the same. The orbital sockets are the same. Definitely, though, I will say this. So the jawline is a lot more pronounced, but you're talking about the difference between someone who is, 19 or 20 and someone who's nearly 30. So, I don't think they're the same person. Don't get me wrong. I just think it's just weird. It's just very strange. Oh, I got to get my headphones. Hold on, Dr. Latina. I got to hear what the physician has to say because I'm just amazed. But she had a contribution, so she's going to educate us.
I don't know.
Hey, girly.
Hi. Okay, I'm just saying hello, but I'm going to now go to my icon.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I can't. It doesn't matter.
Oh,
okay.
Why not? Hold on. Why can't you go to your icon?
Well, how do I become? Oh, I just turn my camera. Oh,
Yes, there you
okay.
go.
That's
Good
easier.
deal.
Just because I'm actually just having my late breakfast.
Okay.
Okay, this is just. I'm not saying this is definitive, but I want to talk about the morphology
Okay.
of a baby's head.
All
Okay,
right.
and I don't know if you know that as a family practitioner, part of my life, I did 8 years of obstetrics, almost entire obstetrics. Plus, I was doing the psychiatry for the pregnant women. Okay. But so the basic thing is as such. When a baby forms in the mother's womb, the head, the reason the head is the way it is, and it's round, obviously, generally, and you have all those open fontanelles, you have the open areas, sutures of the skull, so the baby can get out of the birth into the birth canal and out.
Right.
The reason a baby generally has a very round, symmetrically, oops, that's my dog, head, is because of what we call the pelvic bowl. The woman's, so the
Yes.
head is sitting deep in the pelvic bowl the whole
Right.
time for the most part. And that's what formulates a nice round head.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's go forward. Go to twins. Even identical twins. I have a fun time with this sometimes. I can 99% of the time look at twins that are in their strollers on the street and I'll say, oh, they're so cute. You stop. And I'll say, I bet you that was twin A, which is the baby that came out first, unless they were a C-section. Twin A, and that was twin B. And the mother is like, how did you know? That is twin A. I said, by the shape of their head. They're like, but they look exactly. I'm like, just there's a slight difference because twin B isn't in the pelvic bowl and the head is unable to form. So the twin B 99% of the time has a much more narrow, kind of not quite at what we call a toaster head. And that is not a nice term, but that's what we call it,
Yeah.
But they don't, they have a much narrower, like what you're showing on your screen here, head.
Yeah.
Now you go to a premature baby when for sure, and that really can't change. Okay. So once the baby's head, they've been born, it's very difficult to suddenly make a head that's not had the benefit of being in the pelvic bowl truly round. So then the question is, so you get a premature baby born at 28, 26, 28, 30 weeks. They're in the NICU in an incubator and they're being turned every several hours. Hold on.
Yes, Elizabeth Gregory. Yeah, he does. Yesterday, my video I did, we talked about the psychopath eyes.
No, I know that. Uh-oh, the police are here. Oh, shit.
Oh my God. Oh, I hope everything's okay. Okay, well, while we're waiting for Dr. Latina to come back, yeah. So my video yesterday, we talked about the psychopathic stare. I gave some research projects that determines yes, it's a real thing, and we kind of addressed that. And like I said, I've been thinking that everybody was making this connection between the two. Okay.
Hi, sorry, this is Dr. Latina's daughter. We're going to
Hi
have to come
there.
back since there's an issue with our neighbor right now.
I'm so sorry. Okay, thank you.
Okay, bye.
Just whenever she can. Bye-bye. Oh, that's terrible, isn't it? That's terrible. Okay, well, Dr. Latina was explaining some of the similarities that we're seeing as just that perhaps they were in the same position in the womb, which would have shaped their head to be similar, that kind of thing. And then suppose maybe you add in the idea of the psychopathic stare and the deep set eyes. And the result is they look like they could be cousins, don't they? Or even maybe brothers. I mean, it's really amazing actually how similar they look. That's so strange about the two pics lining up. Haven't they said a lot of criminals have deep set eyes? I'm not sure about the whole deep set eyes thing, but the psychopathic stare or the psychopathic glare. And if you watch the video of Brian Kohberger, watch him in court, watch him when he's talking to the police officer. He very rarely blinks. It's a rare thing that he blinks. In fact, I would challenge you, try to keep your eyes open as long as he keeps his open without blinking, and they'll kind of start burning and getting uncomfortable. So there's some people, and this was in my video I did yesterday, there are some researchers that have suggested that maybe these guys high in psychopathy, that they have learned to be imposing, that they've learned to sort of, that if they stare at people, if they take a really hardline gaze and they don't blink, that it makes other people in the room uncomfortable, right? That's one group of researchers. There's another group of researchers that says, well, no, they're not blinking because neurologically they're not feeling the discomfort of their eyes. Whatever's gone wrong neurologically to create the psychopathy is also reducing that instinct, the reflex to blink and, make your eyes comfortable. I don't know which one it is. It makes sense to me that it might be the unusual, because their eyes also tend to stay kind of in a dilated state. So they don't really, you don't see that pupil dilation that you see with a neurotypical person. So these research projects that I talked about in my last video, they used what we would consider a clinical population, people that were incarcerated for violent crime. That's how they got their research group. They tested them, like with the hair psychopathy, or there's some other instruments too, but they picked out people that met a threshold for high levels of psychopathy. And then they studied pupil dilation, how many blinks per, second or per minute, or maybe it was like every 15. I think they were counting every 15 seconds, how many times they blinked. And they don't respond, even when they were showing like videos of violence or violent imagery. They just didn't have that emotional, physiological response. So the conclusion is, yes, there's clearly what people are responding to what's known as a psychopathic stare. And there are different kinds of eyes. If the whites of your eyes are showing on the top, if the whites of your eyes are showing on the bottom of the retina, if it's the top, then it's like you are experiencing fear from external danger. If the whites on the eyes are showing from the bottom of the retina, that suggests that you are responding to internal stimuli. And so they've done actually a great deal of research on it. But the takeaway for us as just, members of the true crime community, the takeaway is no, he really is weird. Like, it's not just us going, well, maybe he looks a little different. Maybe he looks a little off. Yeah, no, he is odd. We're all experiencing him as odd. The people that met him, his students, the people that knew him in Pennsylvania, they all said the same thing. He's kind of freaky. The way he stares leaves you unsettled. And we talked about that in the last video. If somebody's eyes are dilated, it makes it really hard for you to discern if they're looking at you, if they're looking at your face, maybe they're looking at the shirt you're wearing, maybe they're looking at what's behind you. And it's kind of been suggested that that's why these people are described as having an empty stare. So, it's like, yeah, I did talk about the San Paco eyes yesterday in my video, Irene. Thank you. Yeah, I did. it's kind of crazy, isn't it? I'll tell you this, as a person who loves horses and rode. I mean, I grew up my whole life riding horses and whatnot. I see a horse that you can see the color around his eye, around the retina. I'm gonna be really careful because something's going on with that horse that isn't good. That horse is in a state of panic or duress. There's something happening. And, it's kind of freaky to realize, no, people have that same wild-eyed, kind of response. Sometimes because you do think you're under external danger, under attack. But most often with the Senpaku eyes, you're really, it's believed to really be a function of internal turmoil. And they may be responding to internal voices or other types of internal stimuli that are, hallucinations or whatever. That could explain it. You don't know these things as definite. Wait a minute. Allegedly, you don't know these things as definite. Was any of this behavior on video? Lots of people say lots of things. It doesn't make it true. Yeah, no, I did observe Nomad Mama. I absolutely observed that he very rarely blinks. Like, it is very rare that he blinks. And I think we got some pretty good, I think there's some pretty good photos. He's kind of unusual. Oh, let me quit sharing this. Hold on. Why didn't it change? If you look at this right here. Wait a minute. Where'd it go? There we go. That's unusual. Wow. That's an uncomfortable, feels, oh, that's not the one I wanted to show. So, there's some pictures of him. I mean, look how wide-eyed, he is here. These are the Senpaku eyes where you can see the sclera below the retina. You can see it below the retina. Adam Lanza, you could see it below the retina. So I don't know. It's this is kind of an imposing figure, It's kind of dark feeling. Oh, I have no idea if he's on medication. No idea. Merritt Sager. Oh, is Dr. Latina back? I hope everything's okay, Dr. Latina. Okay. All right. So let me put the link back up. Copy. Paste. So we can get back to our anatomy lesson. He was clearly bothered in the traffic stop. Yeah, I felt that too. He probably was thinking, is this it? Are they about to arrest me? Okay, are you ready, Amy? Check your microphone. I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hi. Okay.
Oops. My God, I swear to God, man, I thought I was being, I've heard that.
Swatted.
What?
You thought you were swatted.
I thought I was swatted. Exactly. I was like, oh my God. Because I heard the dogs were going crazy. Then my daughter went to the door and then she came back. She said, Mom, the police are here. The police are here. I was like,
Oh God.
well, she was like, Mom, her eyes got very wide. And I went out and was like, hello, officers. I was like, but I tried to seem calm. And they were like, it had to do with my neighbor. I can't get into it, but there's a problem. Let's just put it that way. And they were doing a wellness check. And yeah. Okay.
I hope everybody's okay.
Well, we don't know yet, but
yeah,
it is what it is. This is an ongoing little issue.
Right.
Let's just put it this way, and I'll just say it in general. The person has some is impaired. Let's just put it that way, chronically impaired.
Yes.
And apparently was found in town stumbling along, and it's a fairly young person. So
it's that's tragic. Sad. It's very sad. So, very sad.
They can't find her right now. So okay. But I know I was going on and on about the freaking morphology. My point is that let me just finish and say, if you're in
it's really interesting. Yeah, it's really interesting because, like I said, initially I thought they look similar because they have those eyes, right?
Yeah.
But there's more to it. There's a lot of similarities. Yeah. So go ahead.
So here's my thing. I totally, because I did tune in, by the way, to your other live when you talked about the Panchanku, or I can't remember exactly, all those different eyes.
Yeah.
And the psychopath eyes. And I think there really is something to it. And there have been some good scholarly articles vis-a-vis some of the neurologic connections with respect to why and how the hardwiring in psychopaths does affect the autonomic nervous system, the way the pupils react, the way the eyes set themselves, their affect. So I think that plays into the sort of superficial look of these people, right? But I was looking more at, it's interesting that the whole morphology of the head shape is so
absolutely
similar.
Yes.
And where the ears set and where the chin sets, etc. And I would just be curious, and I do think, I'm so interested in this type of thing as you are, that it would be interesting to do what I call the sort of the biopsychosocial autopsy on these people. Like, what is their birth history? I don't think it's enough to go, how was their childhood? Did they have an addiction history? But go back to, were there any prenatal insults? Was there prematurity? All that. It would be very interesting, no?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's all I have to offer to the combo today. But I do want to go on live here with you to extend you an invitation to my second live, which is this Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m.
Oh, I would love to do that. Now Tuesdays are my days that I work 12 hours.
Oh, what day should I do it then?
Well, I'm good for Monday night and Wednesday night are fine, but Tuesday and Thursday are 12-hour days.
Oh no. So should we do? What would you? Oh, my daughter who's my moderator / tech
manager
said do Monday. Is that possible?
It is. Yeah, Monday will be great.
So maybe you would be willing in this little background chat. I don't know if that's possible. Would you feel comfortable giving me your number?
Absolutely.
And I can give you mine without the public knowing?
Yes, that'll be fine.
Okay, then I can maybe text you and say, let's meet for a quick Zoom or something. Just to kind of go over, because I have some thoughts of how I can, we can work together on some of what we're talking about today.
Absolutely. I'm going to put the number in now.
Okay.
You are officially the second person I've ever shared my real life number with.
Okay, well, I'm not going to give it to anybody, believe me, child. But I just need to figure out, how do I see it? I have to ask my daughter.
So when you look at where it says comments,
yep,
and then it says banners, and then if you go all the way down, you'll see where it says private chat.
Oh, I don't see that. Hold on.
What does it say on the right of your chat?
Oh, I'm on the phone.
Oh, I don't know. I've never accessed it on the phone. I don't know.
Let me see. Bear with me, child. Let me. It's because normally I can see the chat. Oh, comments. No, I see the chat. Wouldn't that be you and me? No, it says chat with everybody in the studio.
Yeah, there should somewhere it should say private chat.
Well, I'm just going to go. I'm going to send you a message, and you tell me how many letters it is. And I'm 99.9. This is private.
Yeah, I just received it. Let me make sure it didn't come up in regular chat. No, yeah, I got it in private chat.
Yep. So I'll give you my number right now, and could you give me your number? Hold on one second.
Yep.
Your number and she'll text you.
So there's my number, Amy.
Okay, there's my number. Okay.
Okay.
Oh no, I did my number wrong. Don't pay attention to that.
Okay.
I don't have my glasses on. Hold on. I'm gonna have my daughter do it because I can't see. Hold on. Come on.
What would we do without these genius daughters?
I don't know. Okay, she just did it. It's the second one that my daughter just did. Okay.
Okay. Thank you
Good.
so much.
I'll reach out to you and we'll figure something for Monday evening.
That is wonderful. I look forward to it.
Okay, good. I'm gonna jump out. I'm so sorry that I bagged on you in the middle of what I thought was a SWAT session, but it was not a SWAT.
Well, I'm going to tell you the same thought came to my mind. Oh my God, she's been swatted.
I'm like, oh no. Oh God. Anyway, yes, but then I had to put on my big girl smile, you know.
I know you gotta gird your loins, gather yourself.
Exactly, because I know I have done nothing wrong. So there you go.
That's right. That's exactly
all right, my
right.
friend. I am going to hop off and go back to chat.
Very good. Well, it was wonderful to talk with you, and thank you for the information.
It's something to think about, right?
It is. I think it'd be absolutely fascinating to do something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, my friend. Take care. Bye, Jules. Bye, chat. I'm going to hop back onto chat. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you, Irene. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And Dr. Latina appreciates your comment as well about the content. She is a wealth of information, that is for certain. Yeah, can we put, thank you so much, Critters. That was what I was trying to get out. Could somebody put up Amy's link? Okay, good deal. Thank you. All right, so we're gonna, so Dr. Latina and I will go live on Monday evening on her channel. We don't yet know what the topic will be, but I'm sure she will come up with something very interesting. And so I hope you guys will be there. I do think the similarities are it's just. All right, sorry about that, y'all. And so let me just ask you guys that are in here. And again, if you go back to the beginning of this live, I gave a public service announcement warning. I said, this is kind of weird, off the chart, edgy, MK Ultra crazy, highest level of speculation possible. Doesn't have anything to do with the reality of the crimes that were committed. Warning. I said, that's not the kind of thing you like. If you like things to be logical and you like things to be exact, this is not the live for you. So I did give fair warning. Okay. Now that those of you that are still here, I'm going to assume that, you're kind of, you agree. It's kind of weird, isn't it? It's a strange phenomenon to look at. So I don't have any explanation for it. I don't know. Like I said, I presented empirical research that has been published in peer-reviewed journals that address the issue of the psychopathic glare and whether these eyes that are so often associated with psychopathy, is it real or is it just people's sort of anecdotal kind of you know what Ted Bundy did, therefore he kind of creeps you out and maybe you think his eyes look weird. Or the same thing with Jeffrey Dahmer or BTK or any of the others. And the truth is, no, it actually is a real phenomenon as measured by people of science that had access to a clinical population, people incarcerated for violent crime, and they administer, and then they had a control group of just neurotypical, healthy, normal people not incarcerated, and they gave them a battery of tests that would include tests of psychopathy, intellectual ability, measured their face, the bone structure, and they essentially came out with, it is a thing. These people high in psychopathy do actually have problems with the pupil and the dilation according to stimuli. They don't react to violent or gory, aggressive stimuli. They seem to stay very calm, even in the context of believing that they're under assault, under attack. So it's a real thing. They don't blink their eyes. They spend very little time looking at your face. So it's true. It's a real thing. And so I was of the impression we're seeing Adam Lanza and Ted Bundy and Brian Kohberger, and we're saying, wow, they all look similar. They all look alike. I said, because I was familiar with the research, I said, no, we're all responding to that psychopathic glare, right? That's what we're seeing and saying, oh, they look similar. It's actually that problem with the eyes, the perceptual stuff. But then accidentally, when I was I was preparing to make another. Richard Ramirez is another great example, Alicia. Absolutely. When I was about to make a thumbnail for a video that I recorded for later on tonight, I stopped and thought, gosh, their face is so similar. Their nose is nearly identical. Their mouth is nearly identical. And then when I, superimposed it one on top of the other, I was like, that's just it. How is that possible that their bone structure is the same? Even their Adam's apple is in the right place, right? Even the Adam's apple. Watch, let me show you. Let me go back over here. Did it change over? It's hard to tell if it changed over. Let me check it this way. Hold on. Okay, yeah, it did. All right, so so I accidentally moved it a while ago, so it's off just a tiny bit. The lips, that side's perfect. The nose is okay. The eyes a little low. Okay, so right here is Brian's Adam's apple. You see it right there? You can kind of see the biggest part of it's right there. So keep your eye right there when I move it. Oh, it's so weird. Isn't it strange? That's so odd. I think I got it a little. Yeah, that's what I did a while ago. Now it's right. Okay. Not bad. Let me make it see-through so I can get it in the right place. I accidentally hit it a while ago. Okay, that looks like it's it, doesn't it?
Call her out there eating rotten.
So strange, isn't it?
She growled at me when I'm under your water from your rock. I was sometimes I take it on the ground. Like, she was out there trying to do it. Are you having a little clever shower?
He had license plate? I'm not trying to. I'm talking to him.
Don't make eye contact with it.
I don't know, y'all. It's a weird. Obviously, his nose has been broken at some point. Like that's, you know. But yeah, very. It's a strange. Even like the hairline is right. Look at the hairline up there. Adam apple is perfect. The lip area.
Well, we'll be able to stay very long back, so we gotta get back.
Here's the cheekbone. Here's his cheekbone. It's crazy. It's so crazy. I don't know what to make of it. It definitely warrants more attention, you know, research wise. It's pretty interesting. I think that's the other thing, critters, Cat, is the ears are very low to the neck, toward the jaw. It's very strange. So I've got to get off the computer right now. I've got a visitor, and so I need to get off the computer. But later on tonight, when I have some free time, I'll do Ted Bundy next, because there's been a lot of people that have said, "Oh, he looks a bit like Ted Bundy." I guess I'll also do Manny Ramirez too, and Nick Cruz. Yeah, there you go. Yes. And I'm just going to look and see, because this is uncanny. Okay. So we got 215 people in here. If you guys, if you think this is interesting, put a 1. If you think it's just silly, put a 2. It'll be interesting to see what you think.
And then pour a bottle of wine in there, reduce it down, then pour a bunch of beef stock.
Lots of 1s. Hi, Shell. Welcome. Hey, Keister. Mama Mo, my friend. How are you? Hey, Rarity. Anna, welcome. Good to have you. Hello, Woody. Is this Bundy or BK? This is actually Adam Lanza of the Sandy Hook shootings. Got it too, LOL. It's okay, Van. It's fine. I did a public service announcement, Van, and said, listen, this is not for everybody. So it's okay if you think it's silly. That's fine. It's so strange, AJ. I agree. It's really strange. Hey, Annette. All right. So I've been watching on my TV, had some in. Thank you, Pamela. All right. So there we have it. It's unusual. I have no explanation for what it could be. Dr. Latina had a really interesting perspective from a physio standpoint, the body being affected in terms of bone and whatnot. So we will continue this exploration, because it is unexpectedly interesting. You know what I mean? All right. So if you don't mind, I can pander shamelessly for subscriptions. So please hit the subscribe button. Also, if you wouldn't mind, a thumbs up would be just dandy. And as for the rest of the day, I hope you have a marvelous Saturday. Talk to you later. Bye.